hear that, if you can hear that, you're incredibly lucky. And every time you hear that sound, that's the last time you'll ever hear that sound. Because what creates that sound is actually a part of your ear cells dying. And the secret to happiness lies in this sound. Because when we hear that sound, we get a choice. We get a choice to decide how we want to interpret it. Because some people will hear that sound, and if you're one of these people, when I said that to you, you're filled with a sense of dread. That you're like, oh my God, my body is dying, something is dying, I've got to hold on to this, I've got to hoard this, I've got to hoard life, I've got to make sure that I cling on to it. And some of us are in a position that when we hear that sound, we actually experience the exact opposite. If you're like me, every time you hear that sound, you're actually thinking, that's the last time I hear that sound. I better appreciate it. So I'm not saying that the secret of happiness is to just stop and not be this passive person in the world. But what I'm saying is that you have to decide what every moment is going to mean to you. Because if you think that you're going to live forever, that's one of the biggest lies that a lot of people accidentally lay. Like, a lot of people live like we're going to be immortal. And I find these people, and I find them very interesting because, you know, like, they take every moment for granted. When you take every moment for granted, you're not really maximizing every moment, or you're not really experiencing everything. And I find some people are sort of, I would describe like emotionally dead to the world. But if you decide now with me that every time you're going to hear that noise, or every time you walk out of your house, or every time you get out of bed, that's the last time you're going to ever do that exact moment. Sure, we're in this video together, and you could watch this video over and over and over again. But every time you watch this video, it's going to be the last time that you've watched that video in that moment. So that is what has to be understood. Like, a lot of people, we have to understand this. And when you start to realize this, when you start to realize that we are on this path, we're all on this path together, we're all doing it together, and that we all have a limited time together, you know, some people start to freak out. They start to be like, I've got to live life on the edge. Like, what would you do if every moment was your last moment? But the truth is, if you live like that, you're gonna miss a step because you're hurrying. You're still in a sense of scarcity. But if you look at it in a sense of abundance that some people look at, that you're like, I have so much time left, even if it's a single moment. Because so much can happen in a moment. Like, have you ever had a time where you've been somewhere and you've made a decision or something's happened to you? I mean, like a month ago, I was driving in the road and a car hit me. And I'm lucky to still be here, and she's lucky to still be there. And she didn't have insurance, so she's not lucky in that sense. But you know, we're always trying to get to the next thing. We're always trying to move forward because we feel like happiness is in the future. Or some of us, we try and keep changing life because we feel like happiness is somewhere in the past. That there's some memory that we had that if we go back there, life would be good again. But happiness, you know, someone said to me that happiness is like a butterfly. Like, you can't expect a butterfly to land on you. And as soon as they told me this, I kind of called bullshit, because I was thinking happiness is not like a butterfly. Happiness is like you're a tree, and it doesn't matter whether the butterfly actually lands on you or not. Because in this moment, or in this moment, or in this moment, or in this moment, you are alive. And that is the best or the greatest gift of all. And that is the secret of happiness. Appreciating the fact that you can still breathe, or appreciating the fact that you can still stand, or that you have a computer right now to watch me through this. Or if you're on your phone, you have this phone that you can watch me through this. And honestly, if this video comes off as crazy or comes off as strange, then you've got more personal work to do. And that you should probably stop watching my videos because I can't help you in any way if that's the case. But thank you so much for watching this video. As always, leave a like, because if you like this video, then I like you. And make sure to subscribe, because if you don't, then I will never learn how to fly. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.